Stormy Daniels herself is currently testifying right now in the Stormy Daniels hush money misdemeanor case, and it is not going well. Man, guys, if you want to keep up with the testimony as it happens, Inner City Press on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, is live tweeting it all as it happens. And it really is not going well. I'm not sure what the prosecution was hoping for here. I don't know if they really didn't prep her at all. You would think that they would. It's kind of a big deal. But she doesn't seem to be taking it seriously. I mean, she's using foul language, making really terrible jokes. And even CNN, they're pretty disgusted as they report it, which is always fun to watch. But she apparently met Donald Trump at a golf course, and she said she was working a hole at the tournament. And she turned that into a really disgusting, crass joke, man. And as I read it on the tweet, I thought, that's an odd thing to say. And according to CNN, the jury, they are not amused.
On the norm, she says, while looking at the jury. Jake, let's go back to you.
Thanks, Anderson. So, yeah, we have Stormy Daniels on the stand right now in Donald Trump's hush money cover-up case. And she's talking about how she got into the world of adult films, and also, as you mentioned, Anderson, talking about some of the more mainstream entertainment projects she's been in. The jury, we're told, is not reacting to her laughs and at times her blunt testimony. What is the purpose, Bill Brennan, of the prosecutors eliciting from her the information not only about how she got into the world of adult films, pornographic films, but also that she'd been in a Maroon 5 video, that she'd been in a Rob Zombie video, that she'd been in at least 2 works by auteur Judd Apatow, the Knocked Up and the 40-Year-Old Virgin. Asked if she discussed Trump in connection with politics on her podcast, she says yes, of course. She no longer hosts the podcast because she was fired. What is the purpose of all this? Because the prosecution is doing this.
Jake, I think the prosecutor, Ms. Hoffinger, is trying to humanize Stormy Daniels before this jury, but the latest reports say that, they don't seem to be reacting to her laughs or not laughing with her. I mean, it seems like a lot of information that's irrelevant to what we're looking for in this trial. And if she comes across as glib, it's going to backfire for the prosecutor.
She said, I was reluctant to just continue talking about that one narrative, this case, Daniel says. So I guess, Ellie Honig, she's suggesting that the reason she no longer hosts the podcast, she was fired from it, is because she kind of wanted to move on from this one issue. And the podcaster probably, I'm guessing here, thought, well, that's really what you're known for, so we want you to talk about that. Trump, we're told, is leaning back in his chair, shifting a little in his seat.
So I think a couple things are happening here. I agree with Bill. I think they're trying to humanize her for the jury. I'm not actually worried from the prosecutor's point of view about what the jury's going to make of the adult film business and her involvement in it. This is a Manhattan jury. I've tried cases in front of Manhattan juries involving strip clubs and a shakedown of the pornography industry. So they're fine. They're all grown-ups.
Right now, she's talking about the draft Stormy campaign for Senate in Louisiana.
From what I've read so far, I think that we're past the this is going to backfire stage. I mean, Stormy Daniels herself has made the likelihood of a Stormy Daniels hush money misdemeanor case conviction pretty damn unlikely. I mean, don't forget, if this was any other situation, any other person other than Donald Trump, she'd be the one that was charged with a crime. This was extortion. This was a shakedown. It's more and more clear. Everything we hear and listening to her just makes it all the more clear. It's pretty amazing, man. It really does seem like every slimy creature on the planet has come out at some point and come after Donald Trump. And the guy is still standing. It should be fun to watch the propagandists and their victims respond to all this tonight. Unless there's some spectacular bombshell coming, this is a disaster for the prosecution. But that's just my take, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, be a part of our growth. I'll see you in the next one.